Good morning, and welcome to Mindset Monday. How do we know? You know what? We don't know. I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves Doucet.
You are.
And I'm Owen Vibert.
Yes. And here we are here today. Here we are here today. Mindset Monday. Always so excited for Mindset Monday. Mondays are like my favorite day. And I always preface with that because so many people find it difficult on a Monday. And I always say, well, find great people and spend your Monday morning that way, right? So if you have a difficult time going to work on a Monday morning and you don't have any friends at your work on a Monday morning, then I need you to think
And look at you. You
about.
found some great people on a Monday
We
morning.
found some great people on a Monday morning. You can find some great people on a Monday morning. You have to set up your day. You have to set up your week. You have to set up your life,
Yeah.
don't you?
Who lights up your life?
Who
Reach
lights
out.
who lights up your
Reach
life?
out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if it's not work, then you're gonna say to your work, I'll see you a little later. I'm gonna go have coffee with
Great people.
great people. Not always, unfortunately, that's available to everybody.
You know, when we used to be in the office, I remember me saying that I would like set up the office so that I would be around people I liked. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not like the hierarchy, like all the C-suite in one place, but I would go around people that fueled me. I would hang around people that I wanted to be like. I wanted because that's the way the brain works, right? If you hang around, if you want to be fit, hang around fit people. If you want to be energized, hang around energized people. If you want to have innovation, hang around innovation people.
Yeah. If you want to have problems in your life, hang around people that have a lot of problems in their life.
Yeah, it's
true. It's true, though.
It's true.
So we are doing a little series with employees.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's why, the three of us are here because we're all employees.
we are.
We are employed, thank God. So Eve and I talk about mindset a lot, and Owen has been on talking about mindset a lot as well. That's what, it's why we call it Mindset Monday. We want people to understand that their brain
Yeah, yeah.
knows what it tells them.
Yes.
So if you get up and you have a hateful morning, you're probably going to have a hateful day.
You probably will.
Yeah. I remember
And why is that?
well, because
You're giving your brain that
job,
problem, that job. So if you give your brain, if you wake up in the morning and you say today's going to be a hard day, it's going to be a hard day. You're giving that problem to that. The brain doesn't understand the difference between hard, difficult, sad. Like it just understands what job do you want to give me, and I'll go do that job.
yeah.
So if you give it a job to say, I want to be happy today, like I feel really good today, you're giving your brain a job. So if you give it, it's going to be miserable today, I'm not going to see anyone today, or it's going to be hard today, you're giving the brain that job.
Most definitely. I mean, I've had those mornings. I think guys have all had those mornings, right? You stubbed your toe and then you banged your head and then you forgot your notepad and then, you locked yourself out of the car, all kinds of things can transpire as you are not here and you are in your reaction from the initial stubbing of the toe.
Yeah, and then everything goes back to that, right? Because you're in a bad mood, and then that just confirms everything along the way, everything you experience the rest of the day. So yeah, giving your brain that job to do that problem to solve it, it'll look for it. It'll look for it.
That you don't believe me, just monitor your brain in the morning and watch your day.
Yeah.
Like it's going to help you figure out that you are in control of your life. You can have a good day or a bad day, it's up to you. Because it can be hard or easy, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's so true. I remember Eckhart Tolle years ago saying, if you get up and just tell yourself that you're happy,
You'll be happy.
right? Because if you don't feel that all that happy when you get up,
Then you won't be.
then yeah. But if you just say to yourself that you're happy,
Yeah.
it can actually change
Absolutely.
your whole chemistry, which is really interesting. So having amazing leaders, having people in your life that understand this and spending more time with those people are really important. It's really important. At Dovico, mental health is everything. Our wellness is everything. So I want to talk about things that we have put in place. So recognition is something that we actually we were stumbling through a piece of software we were building, And recognition was something that was powerful. We wanted to have acknowledgments and recognition. So, Owen, can you think about um, like a time that you've been recognized here at Dovico that carries you through to this day? Like that story lends you, um, lends a hand to you and your ability to recover when things aren't going so well.
Yeah. So it's probably not one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a series of things. And I think about some of my personal values and, connection. I think about um, growth and real recognizing potential. And then I think back to my sales days here at
Mm-hmm.
Dovico. So when I first came here to Dovico,
Mm-hmm.
almost 19 years ago, I came as a salesperson and helping our customers through our product to get to where they wanted to go with their business and by using our product to help them with that. Um, I think about all the times that I heard from our customers, like how helpful I was in helping them achieve their goals. And like that sort of stuff fuels me.
Mm.
Understanding the impact that I have through, just showing up
Yeah.
as myself, showing up with some knowledge to help them achieve some of the things that they're looking to do. So, that showed up there. I think about other roles in my life. For a long period of time, I coached basketball,
Yep.
watching kids um, realize their potential through some of the things that I was doing with them to help them recognize that potential. And then hearing from them, years later, they, maybe don't play basketball anymore, but, coming across them, there's this young girl I see at the gym all the time. Shout out Taylor. And, big hug every time we bump into each other.
Nice.
And, maybe we don't have the conversation about the impact that I've had, but just that hug is a symbol of that impact. So there's stuff like that, and then just more recently, just some of the smaller projects that I take on here at Dovico to try to drive impact, to try to realize our potential. I hear it from our teammates that that it does have impact and it's helping us move forward, and those are things that I value, and then seeing and hearing it, that certainly fuels me.
Mm.
So I just got something from this conversation, which I never got before. So we're talking about recognition. I
Yeah.
always thought recognition was something somebody gives you recognition or you give them a recognition. But I'm hearing from Owen is that when you're actually actively listening without judgment and you're curious about listening, you get the aha moment from our customers say, "Oh, I think I just got something that I didn't see before." You get recognized by actively listening. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it does. And I think the other thing too is like I start thinking about times that I've given recognition. The times, so I just spoke to how I'm able to take recognition, and the ones that come to mind, the ones that fuel me, are the ones that line up with my values. The recognition I tend to give also line up with my values. So like recently, I had a family member pass, and I couldn't step into some meetings that I was a part of. But my teammates picked me up, and they delivered, and
Mm.
like just that bond around a difficult moment and being able to rely on others. Like teamwork is certainly a value that I have, and just seeing that in my teammates was big. And I probably over offered gratitude to them, because every time I talk to them, I'm like, this you have no idea how much this means to me, and how much I'm like I'm going to show up even more and want to give more, because I was part of that. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are listening to what Owen is saying here, but what he's saying is he goes out and says, I want to listen for recognition. I want to see it where I haven't seen before. So that young man, Taylor, you said,
Yeah.
who gives you a hug, doesn't this? He's a young man, so he's not gonna teenager. He's not gonna come and spill like all this like intimate secrets and like no, he's gonna give you a hug, and that hug is more than like somebody else is giving you a compliment in a way. So like what Owen, I this is what I just got when you're going out there and we and you're starting to say, where is recognition going to show up, and you're curious about it, then you're going to start listening for this. And it does come from your customers. It does come from Taylor. It does come from your teammates. And it's because you're built like this is who you are. If I was to like capture who Owen is, he's a listener.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a patient listener. And recognition, like looking for being of service in like instead of looking for it, like we tend to let's send a survey and ask if we were of service. No, stay in the quietness, the stillness, and watch where it's coming up. Watch where it's coming up. And this is what I'm hearing this morning. And maybe that's what I wanted to hear or that I needed to hear. But recognition comes from a practice of seeing it in different ways. And it's interesting because people show their appreciation not only with words.
Right.
And we think it's only words. It's got to come up this way because we expect it this way. But it could come out as my friend the other day, we had a little event and then she made sandwiches and she cut the crust for me. Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it shows up in cutting the crust. That was Shelley, by the way. So sometimes it shows up in ways that you don't expect. So if you're looking for love or you're looking to be of service, I did such a great job cleaning the toilet, and your wife doesn't say, "Hey, great job, Yves." Yeah, no, it doesn't show up like that. You have to be still and start saying, where is it going to show up unexpectedly? And this is what I'm getting from Owen, that young man giving you a hug. And if you look at the context, I don't know this young man, but like I can just see different people in different ways. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it, right? It's not necessarily the words. If we're expecting the words, it's not going to come that way. And that's the secret of seizing opportunities.
It's recognition in action.
Wow.
Right? It's not always in words, it's recognition in action. I never come into Dovaco ever without getting a hug first. Do you know what I mean? There's always somebody, unless there's nobody here, I don't hug myself. But if there's always somebody that comes up and hugs. We don't necessarily say words, besides good morning, but always a
there's
hug.
An energy.
There is an energy in here. There is a belonging in here. So 32 years we've been around, Owen, 32 years, and you've been here for a lot of those, a big chunk of those years. 32 years. How do you find belonging in a company that already is 32 years old? And how do you find your way in a company that is already made its culture, built its culture?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think a big part of it is, one, trusting in your ability to show up with what you have at the moment. Like what you have is enough. And I think showing up with that is important, because if you don't show up with that, then how are people supposed to connect with you?
So true.
And I think that's number one, is trust in yourself so that you can take that step, that you are enough. I think, you say that, right? Like you're already on the team. Stop trying to prove yourself. Like you're here.
Yeah, you're here.
Right.
You're here.
But then I think about, some of the values that we have here as an organization. And like we had that exercise last Wednesday, right? And we've got this canvas now with everybody's take on a word that would describe Dovaco.
Yeah.
And, like we have all of these implicit assumptions. And then you read that canvas and you're like, oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, I see. And it's like things that you haven't really maybe considered before. So I think our collaborative nature and our willingness to share is huge. And making sure that people can share. We talked about, I interpreted it as creating an environment. We were talking a little bit earlier about, making sure that, creating the environment. I think that's a big part of leadership's job, is creating an environment where people can show up, because we can't control how people feel.
Nope.
We can't make people do something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
But we can certainly create an environment where people can feel like they can take a step. And when when you look at last Wednesday, and Shelley, you and I have had this conversation, like we've had brainstorms, we've had sessions together, examining opportunities before. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the wheels greased and get things moving. Last week, it was almost instant.
Not almost, it was instant.
Shout out Desmond.
Shout out Desmond. And did we, like, honestly, I mean, we didn't miss a beat. I expected it to go for an hour and a half. It started at 10:30. I didn't leave here until 1:37. People had so many ideas. People felt like they could express themselves without being judged. Now that's my take. I'd certainly have to talk to the team on that, but I can't believe that would have not that would have gone any differently. Or what am I trying to say? It would have gone differently.
Definitely.
If people did felt a sense of judgment. So belonging, from what I hear from you, is all about you making sure that you belong.
Yeah, well, that's it, right? It's just think about that, right? Like the judgment could be a reason why someone would choose not to part with an idea that they have.
Right.
That could be a stopping point for them. I don't want to be judged.
Vulnerability is tough.
But again, I think we've done a good job of creating an environment where
Yeah.
they may still have that judgment, but the potential of the idea coming out is worth more to them than any sort of negative connotation associated to judgment they may have after the fact. So they are choosing in that moment to participate, to collaborate with the team, as opposed to giving in on the judgment. And to me, there's safety in that, right? So I think another aspect of why we do what we do, I think, is the collaborative nature.
I'm getting aha moments, like it's so good. So what I'm getting here from how do you create I used to create these, we used to do these SWOT before, like it never went as smoothly as last week.
No.
SWOT being like you were brainstorming, trying to figure out your weakness, your strength,
your
all that
weakness,
stuff.
and your
We didn't do
opportunities
that
and
last week.
threats.
All we
No.
said, what's your ideas? What's the opportunities? We
Yeah.
just did that.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, I was looking at the leaders, you guys, right? Mostly. And I was looking and I said, oh, I get it. They're out of the way.
Yeah.
They're not in a way. Like that's how you build trust. You get out of the way and you say, I'm so excited to be here and learn from you guys.
That's it.
Right. And then you build, that's how trust, and you start to recognize different people, different ideas. You mark it down on the board. It's so easy, but so hard. Like the easiest, the hardest thing you can do as a leader is get out of the way. That's the hardest thing. And be quiet.
And be quiet.
And then you can start to you can start to recognize the other person.
Yeah.
Right. Recognition comes from, I'm pretty sure, comes from recognizing that there's a human in front of you. Oh, that's an idea. That's interesting. But your mind goes, oh, that's a stupid thing, or that I don't want to do that. But you guys didn't do that. You just say, that's a great idea. And you put it down on the board.
Every idea was brilliant.
Yep.
Every idea
is
brilliant.
Feel it. It's the difference. The difference is I could feel it.
Yeah, it wasn't placating, right? It wasn't
right.
There was none of that. It was a very pure energy in here.
There's that, but we didn't make it about ourselves individually. It was about the
group.
Yeah.
I think about coming into this session, and I think about the idea that I was considering. I tried to make it as simple as possible, as impactful as possible, in the shortest amount of time as possible. Yeah. So that there was an intentionality behind that, because I didn't want to make it about me. I wanted to make it about the team. And
there wasn't anybody trying to convince. You didn't try to convince your idea. There wasn't anybody who was saying my idea is the best. It was truly about not getting stuck on one thing. It was about letting all of the opportunities to come into play. Now we have a project guy, a product guy. We have roles within Dovaco, and everybody has to do their job, but you have no problems allowing somebody else to give you direction. It does not have to be your idea to have the win.
Well, we talk about some of this stuff with our pillars and practices too, right? Like self.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very natural one, I think, for me. It's not about me, it's about us and how we can have an impact. Because I can't do this all on my own. It's not about me. It's about us. And how do I invite other people
Mm.
to be part of this with me and with us?
Oh my God. And if you
So good.
don't hear that, if you
Mm.
don't hear that, just after this, put it on repeat because that is so important. Because the thing is you could stick to the script.
Of
I mean, you
course.
have 2026 laid out. All these opportunities come in and you
There's
know,
alignment on some of them, and then some of them are brand new, and some of them are like, oh my God, now that I've done some investigation and taken a look at what's out there happening in the world,
but you consider them all.
of course, we.
Like
But
if-
that's part of the environment that I was talking
So
about just
good.
a moment ago. Like,
So good.
it's a matter of creating the environment so people can participate.
you know, like what's in I got another kind of okay. It's interesting because you're the product lead, like your decision, you decide where to go, but you're not attached to that plan. You said, well, this is what we're going right now. We have a plan. There's always a plan, but you're malleable in the plan. You're saying, oh, maybe we're gonna try that little step towards something. And nothing's going to change. And this is Joe Dispenza. Nothing's going to change in your life, in your company, before you change.
Or
And what Owen is saying is if you're not malleable to swallow your idea, to say, no, maybe I'm wrong, to say it, to see differently, to go beyond your belief and say, let's try something different, you will never change. So therefore, the outcome's never going to change. So therefore, you're stuck in this life. You have to be able to say, maybe I'm wrong. Let's go find out.
yeah, the outcomes
Right.
matter. Like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I think that's table stakes. We all want to get it right.
No,
But
no,
how
but
you
yeah.
do it
Yes.
matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true. I just need to, I have to put a little shout out here. Jolene is watching.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Big fan.
And Aunt Elma is
Oh, is it
watching.
Aunt Elma? Oh, I've never met Aunt Elma. Hi,
Alma,
Elma.
Alma Dickey. She taught me how to make spaghetti years ago. Swear to
Oh.
God. So we went
Could invite her over.
oh, right. Amazing spaghetti. So my husband kept saying all this time, you can't make spaghetti. Your spaghetti's too thin. My mother made spaghetti this way. Went over to Aunt Elma's. Yeah. My spaghetti's too
You
thin.
still married?
Right? Elma made this spaghetti and a spoon could stick up in it, right? It was that thick. It was
Should have
unbelievable spaghetti. I make spaghetti just like Aunt Elma. Watching. That is exciting.
That's a big recognition.
Absolutely. Bob is watching. Hi, Bob. Felicia
missed you Saturday, Bob.
is our COO, and she actually writes, I feel like recognition is an integral part of community, feeling belonging and building connection. And she absolutely knows it, right? We in here for us, we want everybody to belong, and we don't want them to belong just in their position, just to their office, just to their screen. We want them to belong to whatever they want to belong to. I was able to, well, both you and I went to an event that Yves put on Saturday, and I had, I don't know about you, but I had amazing things happen from this event. So these things that happen to us at work and the people that we surround ourselves with is not just within these four walls, and of course now we're all working from home, so it happens all around us, right? We can bring this beautiful from the office to our homes and to our friends, right? And to Aunt Elma, I mean, I just absolutely love that. My sisters can't wait until Mindset Monday. They're always like, when is it starting? When is it starting? Yeah, they enjoy watching it. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I enjoy watching it. It's weird because people don't like watching themselves.
See, this is where people would say you can never be a success in your own country. You remember that? Like in your own city, in your own family.
Yeah.
I think that is so wrong.
That's so wrong.
If your family doesn't come to your things, you have to work harder at changing something inside of you that says, okay, they're going to come and eat your spaghetti.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So I think you have to really, so this is a nice observation. Like our team is chiming in here.
Yeah, that's right. Not even our team.
But our family.
And employees that have not known with us.
Yes.
I mean, come on. I still have lunches and coffees with teammates that are no longer with us.
That's recognition.
That is.
So you're looking at, so we're looking for recognition. If all the people that I don't know liked me, I would be famous.
Yeah.
What if the people that you do know? I don't know if you noticed at my event, there was a lot of family there. You guys were there,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah.
was full of family,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
And there was a time in my life I would say, well, no, that's not the recognition I'm looking for. But what Owen is talking about is, no, be quiet, be still,
Yeah.
and then say, right?
Yeah.
You know, I had
You're the
like,
best at that.
yeah,
though.
it's
You
so
are,
good.
You are the best at
So
that.
good.
Simon Sinek actually has a rule that if you go in as a leader in his company, you can't talk in any meetings.
Really?
Yeah, for the
Oh, we
first,
should
like,
have that. She's like
for the
on a
first
tape,
6 months.
like a
Well, you just don't.
You don't know. You don't have the
You
context.
you have no context. So you talk about the things that you've read, and everybody's kind of looking at you like, well, we did that last week. Like, be quiet
for 6 months.
for 6 months.
He has that.
He has that. It's a rule, and it's one of his only rules that he has.
You know, the toughest thing, and I've talked about this on Saturday, but the tough thing when I do a lot of coaching of CEOs and entrepreneurs and leaders.
The worst.
And
Unhappy
the
with
hardest
that
thing I
hardest
have is
people.
to tell them to be quiet. Like, don't lead with words, lead with quiet.
Yeah.
Lead with quiet.
Yeah, Dr.
Lead
Greg
with
Bell's
stillness.
talked about that.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Greg is amazing for that as well.
Lead with silence, with stillness.
Yeah.
Lead with stillness. I love that.
Because how are
That's
you
a
gonna
great
get
book.
how are you gonna get to know how are you gonna get to know anybody? How are you gonna get to know your teammate as a leader if you're telling them what to do all the time?
If you're always
Just
telling them,
about to do
"Well, this is
it.
my idea, this is my idea, this is
Yeah.
my idea. Well,
Or every time they want to give you an idea, you have to add your little piece onto
Right.
it. Worst thing you can do to a new
Right.
employee, right?
that's like a high five. What do you call this? A brilliant moment. Boing. Boing.
That must
Lead
be
with quiet. Lead
French
with
thing.
stillness. I know,
But
just inventing things.
Part of creating the environment, right? There's an intentionality behind
yeah.
that. And this invites others to be part of the equation.
So we get to
Did
have
that.
like a Wednesday that we
that.
just had.
So good.
Yeah. Everybody felt part of it. Everybody felt like their contribution mattered because their voice does matter.
It was so good.
And yeah.
So we work hard at that, right? To be quiet.
Oh, we've been working hard at that since
To be
2014.
quiet. Listen,
11
I'm a
years
big
at that.
talker. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Quietness is not something I have to work at that. I have
Yeah.
to work at being quiet.
Oh God, me too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did?
If you
when
get
I
married, that'll make you quiet for a while.
I had the side of my mouth had cankers on it for the first
that.
year I was CEO because I had to
Bite
bite
down.
the side of my mouth
Keep from talking.
to shut up.
What? Really? I should have just bought you a mask.
It was during COVID, right?
Oh, it was during COVID, but I still had to bite the side of my mouth. Craziness. All right, we are coming to the top of the
No
hour.
way.
I swear to God, Owen,
Oh my
thank you
God.
so much.
Thank you,
for-
Ord.
Happy to
Yeah.
help.
for sharing and lending to us, what it means to be a Dovaconian, because it doesn't mean that you're a Martian, Marc-Andre.
Martian. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
He shared that with me on Wednesday.
There were Martians?
Because I said the word Dovaconian, so he's like, every time I think of that, every time you say it, it
Martians?
makes me feel like a Martian.
Well, we are from outer space.
We are.
It's different here.
It's different
is
here.
different
It is different here.
And look, weird is okay. Different is okay.
Yeah. Are we all different? Everybody's different.
Everybody's
Embrace the
different.
differences.
Yes. Yeah.
Vive la différence.
Diversity is okay.
Yeah.
And
Good.
I think that's part of us too, right?
Yeah.
Just that welcoming nature to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to be part of this.
So, before we leave, I just want to ask Elma to put her address in there so I know where to go buy the spaghetti. So I
What
want to go
time
buy.
is it?
Where can I buy that spaghetti?
Terry Bellavo, hello.
Oh, is Terry there?
Nancy,
Hi,
Terry. Terry also,
Oh,
Terry's retired
wow.
from Dovaco. He's our very first retiree.
He was,
He
yeah.
was.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Terry.
Yes.
Miss you.
Miss you, Terry.
Oh,
I hope you're
so
still walking a lot.
good.
He used to walk all over the place.
He
If
did.
I lived in GF, I would bump into Terry all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big walker. All right, guys, this has been a beautiful Mindset Monday and Monday morning. So I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves Doucet.
I'm Owen Vibert.
Love you. Get your workout in. And how are you showing up?